Good afternoon, poetry lovers. It's time for us to walk together to yet another William Wordsworth poem. Here on what should have been opening day for the major leagues. You see my shirt? Oh yeah. How about that Cleveland Indians hat? Awesome. All right, so let's get to William Wordsworth poem, "The Solitary Reaper." I assume that you have already read this thing aloud at least twice, and then we'll work it together. If you have not, then I'm asking you to press pause, read it aloud, and then read it aloud again now that you've got a feel for it, and then let's come back to it and do the unpacking. Okay, so let's deal first then with the rhyme scheme. Brought to you by the Musgrave Pencil Company, 909 Ceres. Love this pencil. All right, so we got with "Behold her single in a field," an A. "Yon solitary Highland lass," B. "Reaping and singing by herself," C. "Stop here or gently pass." "Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound." So here we are looking at a 8-line stanza. We all know this to be a quatrain, but it's in a rhyme scheme that we have not seen before. Further, and we're going to go ahead and walk through the meter before we pass on to the next page. So we got "field, lass, herself, pass," A, B, C, B, "grain, strain," D, D, "profound," and "sound," E, E. So let's count out the meter. "Behold her single in the field," behold her single in the field. "Yon solitary Highland lass, reaping and singing by herself." You know what? I'm giving that 2 stressed syllables. "Stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen." Let's see. "Oh, listen." You know what? I'm going with a stressed syllable there. "Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound." All right, so if we count beats here, there are then 8 beats in the first line, 8 beats in the second line. "Yon solitary Highland lass, reaping and singing by herself," 8 beats there. "Stop here or gently pass." Okay, we got 6. So now that's an unusual line. We'll have to see if that repeats itself there at the end. "Alone she cuts and binds the grain," 8. You can hear there's 8 beats there. "And sings a melancholy strain," 8. "Oh, listen, for the vale profound," 8. "Is overflowing with the sound," and we have another 8. Okay? All right, so we're going to have to take a look then at that 4th line in the octave when we come back to examine that part of the poem. Let's go ahead and finish up the rhyme scheme and the meter as we go along. "No nightingale did ever chaunt." So chaunt, let's see here. Because they're octaves, let's go ahead and deal with them in as standalone. Let's see if the rhyme scheme repeats among the 4 octaves that are here. So we'll give chaunt an A, We'll give bands a B. We have to flip over here. And that should be, let's see, let me zoom out just a hair. There we go. Of travelers in some shady haunt. I seem to recall that being the A line, isn't it? Chaunt, bands, haunt, sands. Okay, so it's A, B, A, B. Herd and bird, C, C, and then C's and Hebrides, D, D. So already we've got something odd happening. Field, lass, herself, pass, grain, strain, profound sound. So we had A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E in that first octave, and here we've got A, B, C, A, B, A, B, C, C, D, D. So we'll have to talk about what happened there. And let's go ahead and continue. Sings is an A, flow, B, things, A, ago, B, lay, today, C, and pain, and again. We'll give it the English pronunciation there. So sang, ending, work. Oh, I see a pattern. Bending, still, hill, bore, and more. Okay, anybody see the pattern there? Looks like what you've got is like the double envelope. The opening octave with the A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E. And notice it ends with that. A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E. And then the inner two stanzas, the inner two octaves, are A, B, A, B, C, C, D, D. Okay? So we'll see if we can make something out of that as we go along. No nightingale did ever chaunt. 8 beats. More welcome notes to weary bands. 8 beats. No nightingale did ever chaunt. More welcome notes to weary bands. Have you determined what the basic metrical pattern is so far? We know it's tetrameter. Something tetrameter, right? Because we have 8 beat lines. So then, a traveler's in some shady haunt. 8. Among Arabian sands. Among Arabian sands. Probably 6. A voice so thrilling ne'er was heard. In springtime from the cuckoo bird. 8 beats, another tetrameter line. Breaking the silence of the seas. 8. And among the farthest Hebrides. Okay, and 8. Okay, so just like in that first stanza that we had there, got that weird 6th line or 6-beat line there at number 4. Got a repetition of that here. Okay, so if we're going to scan that of travelers in some shady haunt among Arabian sands, a voice so thrilling ne'er was heard. I'm a little up in the air about what I'm going to do with that one, because I think it could go either way, unstressed or stressed, but I'm going to leave it as unstressed for right now. In springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas, among the farthest Hebrides. All right, so we've got, what do we call a line that ends in a stressed syllable? Masculine rhyme. And yet here, with the last one, we've got feminine rhyme. The Hebrides. Will no one tell me what she sings? 8. Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow. 8. For old, unhappy, far-off things. For old, unhappy, far-off things. Okay. and battles long ago. All right, 6. Or is it some more humble lay? 8. Familiar matter of today. 8. Some natural sorrow, loss, or pain. 8. That has been and may be again. 8. Okay. Now, look what's happening here. Will no one tell me what she sings? I mean, he's frustrated. He's okay. Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, far-off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today? Got that? Some natural sorrow, loss, or pain that has been and may be again. All right? The attitude, the tone, the attitude of the speaker, the mood of the speaker has changed here in this quatrain. Okay? Because here he is hearing this this beautiful plaintive melody from this. So note that image. Okay. Not only is it a solitary reaper. Okay. I mean, just one. I mean, you'd normally expect to see a man working in the field. Yes, a man wielding a sickle or a scythe. It's a woman here. So something odd's happening. Okay, here we go. Whate'er the theme the maiden sang, 8. As if her song could have no ending. Hang on. As if her song could have no ending. 9 beats. Gotta make a note of this one, right? I saw her singing at her work. I saw her singing at her work. 8 beats. And o'er the sickle bending. 7 beats. I listened motionless and still, 8. And as I mounted up the hill, 8. The music in my heart I bore, 8. Long after it was heard no more, 8. Whate'er the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. So this is an unusual line for 2 reasons now, right? An extra beat and the feminine ending. I saw her singing at her work, and o'er the sickle bending. All right, got another feminine ending there. I listened motionless and still. And as I mounted up the hill, it's an unstressed syllable, the music, where? In my heart I bore. Okay, let's make a little note about syntax there. Long after it was heard no more. And I'm going to go ahead and change the verb stress there to be a stressed syllable. Okay. I am going to end it now, and then I'm going to give you a part 2 on this vid, all right?